Yo, what up? What up, y'all? I was just watching a video about INTPs. Well, actually, it was about all of the NTs basically. And sorry, the sun is like coming in across, and I'm trying to block it with my sun visor thing. As you can see, I didn't clean the back seat yesterday. Like when I got in the house, other things. Oh, I wanted to make the kale juice. I got excited when I had the kale that I bought, and that stuff is like a detox, like instant detox. Anyway, so I was watching this video about NTs and pros and cons. It's just someone's interpretation of stuff. And the lady, she's a ENTP, and so when she was talking about the INTPs, and I mean it was an informal video, kind of like mine. Mine are informal as well. It is what it is. It's all perspective, and I like listening to people's perspectives. But then it gives me something to like. I want to respond more than just with words, like like typing and stuff. So this is the thing. So she made the comment that INTPs bottle up emotions, and to try to be more honest with yourself and others about how you feel and whatnot. And so I thought that was interesting because that's not the way the wiring works, at least not in my head. So it's like this, man. Like I'm in a constant state of adaptation and survival, right? And I learned in counseling that survival is a choice, right? But I disagree. I think that, I mean, obviously it's a choice to how I want to feel and whatnot, but I think there's a nature about individuals, at least me. And so if my environment's going to be a certain way, I can control my environment by stop spending so much time around negative people or abusive people, or whatever the situation is. And so for me, if a relationship is going a certain way, I'll say I need it to go this way. I'll say I would like it to go this other way, or whatever the case is. If you ask me how do I feel about it, you got me. I unless it's something anger, because I can sense anger pretty easily, or something funny, I can sense that easily. But if it's anything other than that, you ask, why are you angry? Probably is because I'm hurt about something, right? That's usually how anger works. It's a secondary emotion. I don't always know what I'm hurt about, and I'm on the extreme defense about that kind of stuff because of the way that cognitively feelings function or whatever. Like identifying it is like pretty difficult. It's like being blind and trying to find something. It's like I don't exactly know what I'm feeling. All I know is this is what I want you to do differently. And if you don't do it, that's okay. I'm going to move myself away. So I take full responsibility for myself and my environment, and I'll leave. I'll do whatever I have to do to have peace all over again. I'm constantly in a state of fear as well. And it's annoying. I hate it. It's right there in the middle of my chest, my sternum, right? And it's like, I don't want to come off as incompetent. So this is why I feel pretty shitty living with my sister-in-law, is because it was supposed to be 2 months and it's about to be 6 months. Like I actually have it on a piece of paper where I can prove that we can leave at the end of the month. But what I feel bad about is because I initially thought it would be 2 months. And I don't think she even had an expectation. I think she just wanted to be there to help us. But for me, it feels pretty shitty because like for the longest time, been making a lot of money. I've been sitting pretty damn comfortable. And like this year has just been kicking my ass. And I tried to get jobs immediately and it wasn't working. And then I got a job, got let go after 2 weeks. Then I ended up getting a few sales on my business side, and I made a bunch of money. But I was in debt a bunch of money because of how long I was going on without making any money. So basically, it got me out of the hole. And then I got another $3,500 coming to me in January, supposedly. I mean, it's owed to me, but if I had that money now, we would have been able to move out. That would have bought me another, I don't know, month or two, right? With bills and rent and stuff. Because my wife is working now, but she's not making enough. So it's just like this weird thing, and we got to have a conversation. And I'm living in their space, and we have this German Shepherd, and it sheds hair, and we're constantly trying to make it look like there's no dog living there, constantly trying to make like we're not living there, and it's exhausting. And I hate doing all of this because of my situation. And I think anyone would kind of feel a certain way, but I really want to be out. And now we have a confrontation about it. Well, it seems like a confrontation to me. Really, it's a reasonable meeting. And I remember hosting people going through what I'm going through, and I remember how judgmental I was about. I don't think they're being serious about trying to find a job. I think they're comfortable. I think they keep leaving a mess. I think, it was a different situation though. They were on government assistance, so it was like a temporary thing for them waiting for their new place to live. So I just remember being uncomfortable, being upset, frustrated. And then when we finally moved out, I was like, oh man, I missed them. How are they doing? And all those feelings are gone, but it's my sister-in-law. I don't know how it's going to be long term. And I don't want to upset her or anything like that. And I think it could, I hope that she doesn't feel that I'm taking advantage of her, because I'm not. I got a family I know, and I've been trying to do my business thing, and it hasn't been working. And she's a J type. She's an SJ. She might be a TJ actually. She's definitely not an NT, so she's an ST. I believe she's an STJ, I think. She's not an SFJ, yeah. So she's an ISTJ, I think, or an ESTJ, and I'm just assuming based on my interactions with her. But she's pretty cutthroat about how she sees things too. So I don't know what she's gonna say, and I'm apprehensive because while we're talking, I'm expected to receive feedback and criticism and then respond well. Like, I blow up. Like, just the other day, they were like, hey, you put a pan away that had food in it still. And I'm the one that's been doing dishes. And I'm like, I didn't do that. I don't know what to tell you, but it wasn't me. Why in the hell would I put a dirty dish in the cabinet? See, these are the conversations that are bothering me, man. It's like, I need to get up out of this place. And so, anyways, when it comes to my emotions and whatnot, like, I get super stressed out about being able to stay in the moment with you because you just gave me something I got to process. I don't know how I think about that. Let me get back to you. Oh, you just gave me another thing. I don't know. I'm just going to blow up because I want this conversation to slow the fuck down. And so I can know what the hell I'm talking about, so I can give you the best answer I can give you so that we can move forward. But if I don't have time to process that, I will blow up, or I will shut down and leave, or I'll just check out and I'm not listening to you, So, and none of the conversations has been that way, but every time we're about to have a conversation, I get these feelings because I don't know what we're going to talk about. And it's hard for me to stay connected real time with how I feel about something. So I think in this case, it doesn't matter what I feel. This is all about facts, right? When are you gonna move out? Well, on paper, it seems that, between, October 26th and November the 2nd, we can move out. So if for whatever reason, wife gets some overtime, or I get a side job, or whatever, we can move out sooner. But and then here's the other thing. I'm still interviewing for jobs to pay more because this job don't pay that much. So, I mean, I would like to not get stuck with a sorry job. Technically, if we have to move out ASAP, I need to keep this job. and then turn down these higher paying jobs because the start date's going to be pushed out. So this whole situation just sucks for me, and I would like it to be different, and it's not different. It just sucks. So I don't know, man. I it's really tough, and it's tough doing it on someone else's dime, and I feel bad about that. So it's just so much I can't control, and that's that's where all the energy comes from. But when you think that I'm bottling up emotions, yes, I mean it happens, but not on purpose. Like I'm not actively thinking bottle that up. I'm thinking, how do I keep moving forward? How do I survive this moment? And it's happening because I want to stay focused on my plan. You're giving me more information. Okay, so I can't wait till the 26th, and I don't know what to do. I'm going to go strip. I'm going to go prostitute myself. I would never do that, but you see where I'm going. Like basically, there's a new problem, I got to solve it. Oh, there's a new problem, I got to solve it. So in the process of me just functioning the way I function, it happens like as a byproduct of it. It's not I'm doing it on purpose. It's not I'm being dishonest with myself. No, that's not how this is going at all. It is true that just me functioning the way I naturally am wired to function, self-care becomes an issue because I care about my kid and my wife, and therefore my needs come last because I want to provide for them, and then my job matters, and then I matter because I'm going to survive this. I'll figure this out. I don't want anyone to have to figure it out for me. I can figure out myself for myself, so yeah, man, I mean, I don't bottle stuff up, not on purpose. I bottle things up passively, I guess, or indirectly. It's happening as a byproduct of me just functioning. So, yeah, so my approach to the whole personality type, archetypes, and all that other stuff is, I think some of the things we do have control over, and I think in other ways we give ourselves too much credit. Like, we're not that freaking awesome. Like, we are so limited, and it's okay. Understand when we're limited and try to develop it, sure. So when it comes to trying to develop my external extroverted feeling and stuff like that, even extroverted sensing and stuff, but my feeling part, that's tough to do, man. And it's like trying to write with my left hand every day. It's like, could I do it? Yeah, it's going to look terrible. If I keep doing it, it's going to get better, but I don't want to do that. So just like I felt like I was going to clean the back seat, and when I bought kale, I was excited about the kale. I no longer wanted to do that. I wanted to go in there and blend up a bunch of kale and try to figure out how to get healthy, because that's what ultimately was a priority. So things are in like a checklist. So yeah, man. What else? For right now, I'm gonna stick with that. If I have anything else about myself that could kind of give you an inside understanding of at least the way my mind is wired, I'll share that. And I also had 8 years of counseling, man. So like, I had help with identifying feelings, and a lot of times I don't know what I'm feeling right away, and I know it takes time, but it used to take me a couple weeks to get back to you. I can get back to you in minutes now, and within hours of the same day. That took a long time. And to ask more of that, it's like, I really want to say F you, because I got other things to do than to keep giving more. I feel like sometimes I get pissed off because this world is like, just take, use. And I'm a provider, I'm a giver, but damn it, like, give me time to breathe sometimes, So it's, I want to be needed, yes. I'd rather know what is needed the most, and then let's just focus on that, because I want to be left alone, So if there's a problem and I'll be left alone to resolve it, I'm going to solve the hell out of it. But Yeah, sometimes I get pissed off because everybody wants something from me. And that is true to all of us. IRS, bills, family, And now you want me to be able to engage more. And that's always going to do better. I know that. But sometimes self-care for me is like not prying into myself so much because it's exhausting. So, anyways, codependency is something else that I spend a lot of time learning about. But that could be another video. So I think this one was pretty good because I just watched this video. I just had a certain feeling about it. I was like, let me say something in response and make this a video, because it seems to me that a lot of people like content like this. So, and that's cool. I just don't always know what to talk about. So if I watch a video and I get a response, cool. So I hope this helped. And I don't know. It was pretty cool to kind of dive in there. See, this was real time. I didn't plan this out. I just watched the video and I was like, let me respond. This is my response. So, and it was pretty live. Deuces.